talking to myself. The eyes, the flowers, the reverse faces. Two jacks have two eyes, while two jacks have one eye. Therefore, in two jacks, okay, and I forget if it's the red and the black or the black and the red, but two of the jacks have only one eye each, which means two of the jacks have two eyes each. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 4 and 2 representing the jacks. Now we have 4 kings, in which 3 kings have 2 eyes equaling to 6, and 1 king has 1 eye equaling to 1. Therefore 1 and 6, and I use that as the numerical calculation to representation of 1776 and the representation of the word, the half-life, and 2.5. That's one of the reasons it's the half-life, because 1 plus 2.5 and 6 minus 2.5 equals 3.5. That is EC, any craps, the way in and out of the gateway, the mind travel, the high and the low seas, above and below. You let out the water in the pipeline, it goes onto when it's going down this way, it fills the whole pipe. When it straightens out, right, usually down in the sewer, it'll only usually fill up half the pipe or less. So now you have the queens. Now what's special about the queens is all 4 queens have both their eyes, but which makes 8 eyes. So you have 8 eyes for the queen, 7 eyes for the king, 6 eyes for the jack, and it's just unbelievable that in the cards, the 8, the 7, and the 6 are identical. 6 are identical, right? But the 7 card, right, has 1 dot in the center. The 8 card has 2 dots in the center, and the 6 card has no dots. So if there's no dots, let's say the 6 would now represent the queen. The 7 card, okay, would represent the king, and the 8 card would represent, wait, no, the 6 card would represent the jack. The 7 card would represent the king, and the 8 card will represent the queen. But because there's no spots here on the jack, that would mean no missing eyes on the queen. Because there is 1 and 1, the king represents himself, and because the queen has all 8 eyes and has 2 spots for the 2 cards or jacks that are missing 1 eye each, or for the 2 jacks that have 2 eyes each. So the queen gets jack here, and the queen gets jack here, and the king gets king. Do you follow? Now the king has a sword in his head, or is it behind his head? Actually, it looks like a combing his hair. The king of hearts, apparently clean shaven, no mustache, representing either a false king or just looking good for society. At the same time, if you take a look, he's got the Mayan signature and number 52 running across his chest. The jack, okay, 1, 2, 3 areas. He has in rotation clubs. You take a look, there's clubs here. It seems like all the cards are holding the clubs. At the same time, out of the 4 suits, there's 4 suits, right? Um, one of the suits, because there's 4 suits and there's only 3 pictures, we have to use one of the other cards to be as the picture card, and that would be the 10 card, right? In numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, and then what happens to the cycle? 1, 2, 3, and the cycle is gone. So one of the numbers has to be repeated in the cycle. Do you follow what I'm saying? cycle is 1, 2, 3, and then the leap year. In all actuality, it's the leap year link, right? It's the leap year link, and then the 3 years and the leap year link. So two of the cards have to be linked together. In fact, three of the cards have to be linked together, and then the secondary link is the same card. How can I explain this? Um, I need this one connected to the link. I need this one connected to the link, and I need this one connected to the link. Okay. Now, if you have an opposite, you can connect this one, right? If you have the same trailer hitch, how do you hook the trailers together? They got to be the opposite. Two men going to bed together are not going to make a babies, but two of the opposites go together and make a baby, right? So that would mean the hitch card will connect to this one. The three link chain. Here's the three link chain, right? And then the hitch card. And then this hitch card can bring you back to the beginning. Or the hitch card that hitches between these two sides, and this one is linked to both sides. There's one card that links to both sides, and to me that should be the club. Or there's the club, the link card that links all the sides. So I'm going to bring back with you these cards and the squares around their neck, the big letter that it shows over here, the sunshine and the flower and a leaf. The flower and the leaf, and when things first began, the leaf, okay, was changed. There used to be the hearts, the acorns, the bells, and the leaves, right? And here's a flower. In the early days, they would have the cups, the coins, the sticks, and the swords. They say the church, okay, is for the hearts. They say the nobility is for the bells. They say the leaves are for the middle class, and the acorns are for the peasantry. So eventually, this one has a leaf, okay, and they say the leaf was for the middle class, and that is also connected, the leaf and the heart in this one. Here's a flower inside of this one. These two reversed on top of each other. It looks like it's JL. Don't know what it is. Looks like half a sunshine. But if you look at this design, it looks like it's bent. See the way this is bent over, like an opening, a crease. Here's the Queen of Hearts. So now we take the heart, and again, we see sunshine rotation, and it says 525252. 525252. It also shows 1 and 2. 1 and then 2 or the letter R. This one is showing us we're being filmed. You see like the movie camera over here? Also, this represents in my creation is the Star of David. Okay, because you see this over here? Right? It reminds me of in Reboot, or in our system, as the vaccine that went into us. And to me, this is the Cancer rotation. See the diamond? It's entrapped, creating the 8 is entrapped by a diamond. If you put two hearts together, overlapping each other, you end up with this design, and they're only showing you half. Again, with this part over here, in the design, do you see it saying 2? See the design saying 2? Right? The other way, upside down, would say 5. Here it looks like he's on the cross. The spade is for the knights, and here it looks like he's on the cross. You can see it looks like wheat. See wheat harvest going along him here. Up and down on his crown, he's wearing the clubs. Okay, I'm not a big reader into all of this. On this one, he's wearing the clubs in his crown, and he's got the F letter. Well, it's two parts. It's C and T. When you put them together, it looks like the F. And here he's got what I see again as a representation of the club. Inside of here are the crown. I have to figure out what this is. And separation. See these over here? Showing separation, or a tall building with his head on the top. Do you see the point over here shows two sides of a building going all the way down, and his head's on top. And again, another flower that can be held. So this is pieces and parts built together from other entities, and they put the crown of the king on top. Here is the heart, showing you 9 areas over here, 2, 4, 6, and 8, right? Here he's showing you 3 areas. When it goes straight across, it shows a federation, right? Federation. If you see over here, there's a gearing system with a clutch system inside. Although you see 2 of them, the above and the below, and maybe rotation over here where this is turned. Either you can use it in sequence for the A and I, or you can use them separately as a gear here and a gear here. 2 separate gears that run both through this box, the timer box. And again, 5252 or 1212 right inside over here. So that's basically, I had 3 kings and 2 queens and 2 jacks. We have 1 black jack and 1 red jack with 1 eye looking in opposite directions. We have 3 kings showing. Okay, these are the 3 kings with the 2 eyes. The 1 eye is the diamond jack. The diamonds apparently represent the arrowheads, the 2 arrowheads. The clubs and the clovers. The clubs, clovers are the shepherds, and the spades are the knights. The church is the hearts. The nobility is the bells. I have to keep going through this to figure out is what. And then we have the 2 queens. Check closely to the hand they hold the flower in, right? All of this, and again, 5252. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. I have no idea. But we will wake up. Just know that nothing is real and everything is real. Just know that patience, you want something done, you go out and do it yourself. You prepare to create something to happen over a period of time. And to help process that time, sometimes it takes a little bit of ingenuity. Sometimes it takes a little bit of money. Sometimes it takes, like, open a Facebook page under somebody, under one other name other than your own, because sometimes we do have to be private when we're looking for something. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for something. And it's funny that I watched the video, right, how the cards were made, and my son wrote this down for me quite a long period ago. And this came out right from the cards. He told me he didn't know, and I bumped into the video. Thousands of videos not looking, and I bumped into the video. My son created that for me about 15 years, 10, 12 years ago, not 15. The 12th month, 1 and 2 is 3. The 25th day, 2 and 5 is 7. 3 and 7, representation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The cube, and on the cross. If you want to take the 12th month, 1 times 2 is 2. And don't forget, if you're walking on this angle, right, that multiplication would actually be the plus. But if man was upright, we change the plus into a multiplication. Do you follow why? Leaning forward. See, the earth can't be like this. It's got to be like this, or the energy or something, because in order for something to move forward, it's got to be, if you drop a ball straight down, if it lands perfect, it'll just bounce back up, right? But if you drop it on an angle, right, the ball will bounce up on an angle, right? Can't drop a ball on an angle. No matter where you drop the ball from, it's going straight down. You have to throw it forward to be on that angle. Now, if you throw it that way, okay, it's the Z. If you throw it that way, it's the N. Think about it. Throw something straight down, right? If you throw it straight across, it's the H. If you throw it straight down, it's the I, because those are the letters it'll create. Just like this last piece I'm going to show you for anybody who's made it to 14 minutes. Silence is golden. Numeric value 38 and 19, artificial intelligence running in the moon creation in the church, the heavens of creation. Silver anniversary, the silver moon, number 85. Letter M is the 13th letter. When you put these two together, it creates the letter B. Something to think about. The multiplication and the addition, that when we get back to December 12th, instead of adding the numbers, 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, we're going to multiply them. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10 is 1. 1 and 2 is Father. It says Father of creation to the red sun in rotation of 360 degrees. Connect 1 to 36, 360, 370. Either it's that link, either it's the bend, I don't know. Oh, and I wanted to go out biking and I'm tired. I'm not even sure what else to say. I don't like the way my writing goes. Today is the 5th of the 26th. Happy birthday, Jacob. It was my mother's birthday yesterday, and it's my sister's birthday tomorrow, and it's my sister-in-law's birthday uh, on Monday. May 28th, I like that day. It's a fun day. It's just a fun day, May 28th. So multiplication, addition, and reality in confirmation of the understanding of the totality, in relative and theory of the basic of knowledge, putting things together and sharing it with just some is not as good as sharing it with all for our own personal protection and well-being. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.